screen. Always got to clean that screen. I know it might sound mean, but we are live. I don't know why I always pull from that part right there. Maybe because it's the middle part.
You said we're live?
Yes, we are.
Yay.
Don't want to make a scene. Really don't care. Let's look for that. Oh, he came in.
Yep.
Came in confident and still not
That's what I
nothing.
got. That's what I got. Don't judge me.
Is that really judging?
I don't know what I bring to the table.
Is that judging though?
I think in the form that you do.
I said, oh.
It might be.
Really don't care. Did just stare at us. I'm outside my deep, I'm dreaming.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On your face. Oh. You know what we don't have? Headphones. When you bring the.
All right, well, what's going on, folks? How are y'all? How art thou? Mm-hmm. Let me type in stuff. Lashonda, how are you? Lashonda, where are you from?
You said who were super?
Lashonda.
Lashonda
G.
Ask this often.
If I ask often, where is she from?
I'm just saying, I think you ask it often.
You just skipping past the original question.
Yup.
If I asked it, just tell me where is she
know.
from?
I just said
Exactly. So you ain't been listening either. You've been listening to me asking the question, but you still haven't listened to her answer.
Touche.
And we're back to square one.
Touche.
Fresco Black. Lashonda's from Chicago. Does that sound familiar, 12s?
Yep.
Well, you ain't even been listening. Have I ever asked you that, Lashonda? I'm sorry. Yes, Dion, lets me know you aggravated. Yes, Dion, you have. You have several times. Lashonda, what is the origin of you following this channel? How did we meet? What is the platform, or what made you subscribe to Lacktoast or Dion Lack or Twillo? What's your origin? You too, Fresco. What's your origin of when you discovered this brand? Fresco, where you from too? Black with 2 Q's. You and Chaz, yes. I might do that with my last name. LAQ. That'd be nice little.
That'd be. I support that.
Like that?
You know how I've already told you. I think you should.
Lack.
Go the king.
The king. Yeah, Lack. LAQ. Yeah, my family wasn't like that though.
Brandon.
Yeah. Because they won't like it because it's like you already shortened the name. I was like, what are we doing here?
I feel like your brother does Lack too, right?
Sure. But it feels like, you shorten a last name, You can shorten your middle name, first name, create a nickname, but it's like you not representing your actual last name, your actual lineage.
So I feel like I just want to start fresh for the generations.
How would your family feel if you said Twillatan? Twillatan.
Well, I feel like they probably have an issue, but also as a woman, like I'm expected to change my last name anyway. So, like,
no, but you haven't though. So you just with Twillatan.
As a woman, if I marry, that's the expectation. So I don't know.
Why are you changing the subject? What I'm saying is you ain't even got to. We jumping chapters. I'm saying if you did it right now, I haven't changed my name at all. I'm saying just as a character, a brand. I'm asking you, 18 years old, not 15. You just wanted to go with Twillatan.
I feel like my parents would be okay.
They'll be okay with it.
Yeah. Why you get so emotional?
Because you went to like, is it expected for a woman to change her last name? Yeah, that's legal reasons to change it. You have an excuse. But I'm just talking about you doing it yourself.
Right, but I'm saying in your explanation of where your point was trying to get to, all the tone changed. Like you were like, and I was like, oh boy.
When I'm talking to Toilet, like instead of just answering the question, it becomes, why did you ask it like that? Versus, okay, now we gotta fix this before we get back to this.
That was a genuine question though.
Well, because I was like, because if we're walking down a path, he's like, hey, over there they got Starbursts for sale. I'm like, hey, we're walking this direction. It's like, but first, can we talk about the Starbursts? I'm like, okay, let's address Starbucks. Look, you can't buy the Starbucks because they're 2 for $5 and we ain't got $5. Okay, can we walk forward? But why are you yelling at me? I'm like, cause I already saw the issue. That's what I'm saying.
But you get ahead of the thing, and then it seems like we're having a hostile conversation.
Oh my God, yo.
So this is just a general everyday Twilla and Dion.
Yes, it is.
I don't want to have a hostile conversation with you when I'm trying to have a conversation.
It's not hostile because it's like you're answering something that has nothing to do with the original question.
But then you act like it's my intention.
I know.
I
know it's not your intention, but I'm making fun of how are we here? That's what I'm saying. Fresco Black lives in ATX. What's that? I'm about to say Atlanta. Was it Austin, Texas? Okay, I'm assuming ATX. That's pretty dope. That's a pretty dope nickname. ATX. I'm assuming it's Austin, Texas, right? I seen you on a couple shows and immediately became a fan. Hey, man, fist up, brother. Yeah. Fist up, Black Fist. Appreciate you, Young King. Yeah. Let me ask the two of you guys. From what you guys seen of me, what would you like to see more of from Dion? I'm having an identity crisis right now. I'm being pulled in so many different directions. And I'd like to, since this is a small crowd right now, I'd like to know what you would like to see more of. I have an issue with starting and stopping a lot of the times. And a lot of times you get hired to do stuff, man. You go back like, yeah, what was that? What brand was I building before I even stopped? All right. I think LaShonda, you are Mocha something, right? On Instagram, Mocha. Cause that profile looks familiar. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm tripping today, but hopefully make this work.
Happy Saturday, folks. How was your 4th?
Was there a 4th? I feel like a lot of people were talking about like the lack of cookouts this year.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I didn't see or hear anything. It's not really start and stop. Well, it's not like I start and don't finish. It's more so like I will Be like, yeah, this is a good idea. I can do a bunch of these and knock this out. It's pretty funny. But what happens is um, either get hired to do another project or um, get burnt out with an idea. And then I was like, yeah. But, it always comes down to consistency. It always comes down to, you know, um, keep going. But that keep going is exhausting a lot of the time. Anything authentic will be great from you, especially if you have good chemistry with your co-host. All right. All right. Yeah, appreciate you, Fresco. Is that you in that picture or is that your child? They're like a small human in that picture. If you will.
All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'll
Sweet.
put my ear back on.
Your ear back on.
Get my ear back on. All right.
Hey, people. Hola, ¿cómo está?
How was your fourth, folks? You press record?
Yes, sir.
Oh, boy. That
It's
was
201
fun.
minutes.
Uh,
You need to
yeah.
be burped.
Mhm.
Like you need to be burped.
Yeah. Where's the light on your face? On what side? Touch it. Touch your face. Look at you. Yeah, it's on that side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's on that side? Man, that don't even make sense. The light's over here.
Touch it, bring it. I
Oh,
get to go see Missy and Busta and Sierra this
you
week.
get to go see it.
Next Thursday. I'm excited.
That's what's up, yo.
I'm excited. I've never seen Sierra in concert. I've seen the other two.
You never seen Sierra?
Yeah. I'm sure she's a good performer, like a better dancer than singer with some bops. You know what I mean?
Mhm. What is your top 5 songs of Sierra?
Promise. That's always going to be my number one. Um, we have to go to her recent one with Chris Brown. That's How We Roll. That's up there for me.
Really?
That's up there.
That's how we roll.
Goodies is a classic forever. My goodies, my goodies. Let's see. This is a good one. I don't know. What's the
Sad.
no, the one with Missy.
I know it.
I can't think of the name of it. What's the name of it?
Music make you lose control. Lose control.
Oh, okay. I guess so. And then
1 2 step.
Oh, If I Were a Boy. Oh, it's up there. But I like not If I Were a Boy. It was when she switched places in the music video. I can't think of the name of it. Dang it, I can't think of the name of it.
You don't have to figure it out. You already named 5.
But it's definitely, I forgot about that. I like Luda's verse mostly on that. Luda would be great on this tour. Can they invite him?
That would be great. That would be a great addition. I'm sure he'll pop in somewhere in Atlanta. Yeah, because if Ludacris is on the tour, he could do 1 Minute Man.
Like a Boy. That's it. Like a Boy. What's the name of that song? Yeah. He got like stuff. Does he have anything with Buster?
Yep. It's called Destruction.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Be great.
Yep. That song's with Sierra. 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what song of Sierra's I just was over was Level Up. I was like,
oh,
we do not have to play this.
That was a pandemic song. A lot of pandemic songs.
I thought that was before Level Up. I thought that was pre-pandemic.
I remember during the pandemic.
I feel like, let's see when that come out. This was like, I'm sick of this song.
You were so old. You could just did the Google thing.
I could, but I didn't. 2019, pre-pandemic. And it just kept playing all the time.
Yeah.
Alrighty. What's good? What's up, LaShonda? What's up, Fresco Black? How y'all doing? How you doing? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What song are you dancing to in your head?
I'm saying yes, I'm ready.
Oh, but it was such on rhythm. Anyway. All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Baldie Locs podcast. I'm Twilla Amin.
I'm Dion Lack. If you are wondering which one is the Baldie one and which one has locks, you are in for a treat because we are fans of Tupac. I couldn't do the same. I couldn't do the same rhyme.
That's what you got?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be really impressive if you had locks up under that cap.
Like Sway?
Yeah. Just.
Yeah. It'd be funny if you was bald up under there. This whole time.
Just take this off. Lace
I do feel sorry for women who had luscious hair and then something happened,
alopecia and stuff,
or some sort of cancer
that
has altered their entire look.
Yeah, that's such a transition for you not to have control of, for you to just have to go with the flow on. But I feel the same way about men. I feel like when men who have the deep waves all of a sudden have to deal.
It's more acceptable though.
It's acceptable, but y'all have a hard time accepting. Dion, you had a moment.
I did.
You didn't want to accept.
Well, did you say it? Did you know me with hair?
Yeah. I knew you with locks. And then when you cut your locks, you had I had a little
tiny fro.
A little tiny fro for a little bit. You had a TWA. And
I shaved it down, and I was keeping it low for a long time.
And then she didn't want to.
Yeah, it did, and then just the spots were.
Yeah.
The little grid was showing this thing.
But yeah, it was in spots. So yours was kind of weird. It wasn't.
It's still weird. I have a hairline.
Right.
My brother has a hairline. My dad has a hairline.
So do you think yours?
I think the locks. I think the locks has really ruined my hair. The person who did it. Wow. I need to break her fingers.
Ooh.
She ruined my life. I could still have a head full of hair right now.
Yeah, because your dad and your brother.
Yeah.
Did your mom still have? Because it's on your mom's side, but.
All the men that are on my mother's side, my grandfather definitely was bald. But my cousins on my mom's side, they all have their hair.
But your mom, was her hair ever thinning?
I don't know.
Yeah.
She cut her hair short after a while.
Yeah. I know my mom always had thick hair, and she'll say she feels like her hair is thinning or certain things, but she'll attribute it to medicine. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna go through that stage of my hair thinning because mom and I always had the same thick hair. So we'll see what that's like.
It's weird. How does your hair turn gray? It's from the same pore of black, but it's just kind of I can't even create color no more.
I don't want it no more.
I can't create color.
Y'all stressing me out. I don't even have time to do this.
It's and then after a while, it's I can't even grow no more.
I can't want it.
I'm here. I'm a pore. But I'm not even gonna grow no more. You might see a very thin version of me, but you bald. There should be a way you can activate your hair.
Like this?
Hey, there's a root here. It should be a way to activate it. Be able to activate it, right?
I'm sure there is. You get some little electro something stimulus going.
We need to study here.
Or have the right amount of money. I feel like there's so many treatments if you have money that the rest of us just don't know about. Or, if insurance can't cover it, then we can't cover it,
Yeah. I've seen people who got the hair transplant, comes to hair and beard, and it's just a bunch of dots on their face or their head. And it's I see what you try to do, and I don't like it.
Does it, but once it grows out, it still looks like a lot of dots, or?
Well, it's like you see this right here, the speakers of this. It looks like that, like a grid, a perfect grid of dots. So it's kind of like a tattoo.
Yeah.
But it's also like they're also like simulating the hair to grow, like to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, if it comes back, you can kind of hide
the grid.
Right, the grid, because now your scalp is not so transparent. You can't see through this.
Right. But if it don't work, you just stuck with
a bunch of dots.
Ew.
Yeah.
I want y'all to follow Dr. Truesdale on Instagram, because this man, he's a Black plastic surgeon based in Beverly Hills. And I'm saying this because when y'all start seeing me age 55 looking age 35, just know I went to Dr. Truesdale. But like the work that he does is so like, you look at people and you just be like, oh, they look really good. Not like, ooh, she got work done. Like that type of thing. And it's just like natural. Or like if he does, like, for example, somebody's nose is not looking like they don't love themselves and they tried to completely alter who they were. It's just like a natural whatever. And the only reason other than like the eventual this and this is like I have like heavy lids, and I know like the older you get, the more like the lids, the moon, whatever, the hooded lid, so it starts to hang a little bit more. So I'm definitely going to be like, hey, Dr. Truesdale, just do that real quick so I can start.
Which one? My eye. So take your glasses off. Let me know what you want to be done.
Okay. See my face. Mm-hmm. So right here is like the hooded fat of my eye. Uh-huh. And the older you get, the more hooded it becomes. And this is like on both eyes. And so like it starts to sag more. It relaxes more. So it just will be like a slight incision to take some of that out and to lift the lid. Mm-hmm. That's all I really want.
Yep.
This is future me knowing like possibilities here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How do you know this?
Because I look just like my dad, and my dad has the same hooded.
He got lids. Uh-huh. You ever lifted up his lids and it's like different skin color or something?
No. Now him would annoy him. No, I said now I'm going to annoy him and do that. Yeah.
This is your original skin color, Dad?
That's where we started. Mm-hmm. It's funny, like certain things, like these little moles on my face, I get from my dad as well. And like I remember at one point he was just like, yeah, you could just use a razor and take that off. And I was like, that seems painful. But he's like, I do it.
He did it? He had on the moles in his face?
He still has some, but not like nearly as many. Like I feel I gotten used to it, but there was a point in time, you see pictures, I had nothing. Like, right. And then I guess my late 20s, early 30s, they just started appearing on my face. And I'm like, what's really happening? What's really going on?
Wicked.
Right. I might get those too. We might have fun.
Your mom have fun. You know what's terrifying is surgery is a practice, and things can go wrong.
Right.
And I'm not wishing on anybody.
Right.
It's like even like celebrities that who has paid top dollars.
Yeah.
Like, something's off.
Yeah.
With this, and it's like, I see what you tried to do, and it's like something didn't work. And they're like, we got to go back in,
right,
and try this again. But now you already got cuts on your face,
right,
or your chin. Have you seen Zac Efron recently?
Mm-hmm.
So I did the research, but he early in his career he broke his chin.
Ouch.
He broke his chin or something.
Your chin.
Yeah, like it was like kind of sunk in. And he finally got it fixed, and now his jaw is like out more.
Oh.
And he just looks totally different. And I was like, man, what type of surgery is that? But I don't know if he used that as an excuse, like I finally got my jaw fixed, or if he's like, I didn't like how I was looking because my chin was pointy, and I wanted to kind of look like a man. And pull it out some more. Now his face is more square versus.
I don't think he looks. I mean, he looks slightly different. He was always like he always looked like a doll. Like he looked like he was created in a factory to me all the time. Like I was like, this kid is just pretty. But now I think it's something that's maybe, like you said, trying to look more more handsome versus pretty. He always had that look.
Yeah.
I can't remember what channel is, it's like a YouTube channel that goes through and takes like your favorite celebrities and like compares like before and after and talk about like the work that you could tell that they had. And it's like even the people that you just think it's like, oh, she's just naturally beautiful, like they'll be like, well, we think what happened is, like, they won't say 100%, but they'll say what looks like a little cheek filler here and a little lip thing here. And you're just like, really? Like, I think the ones that almost is surprising are like Kelly Rowland or Zoe Kravitz, like how they just take, you just think, well, you know, Zoe has beautiful parents, so of course she looks beautiful. But they were like, no, you could tell here she had a little reduction here on her nose. And you're like, wow. First of all, who studies these people that closely? Like,
well, I mean, artists.
I guess so.
Like as an artist, because I'm an artist, I draw. You kind of can see something's off with somebody. You look at them for a whole movie,
a
whole TV show, watch this person grow up, and then after a while, you're like, something's off. Like, I've been watching this person. I've been studying this face, not on purpose, but I just been this person in my living room for X amount of years.
Yeah,
something's off. And it's like, I've seen so many movies, so many TV shows. Like what's that woman's name? Helen Hunt. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I used to love the movie. Was it Twister? She's in Twister.
Was it Twister?
I think she was in Twister. What movie do you know Helen Hunt in?
I remember Helen Hunt from Mad About You.
Okay, I can see that. But I seen her in this movie called, I think it's called something like Squatters or See Me or something like that. And I was like, what happened? And I think people, when you're a heartthrob for so long, like people call you attractive.
Right.
You're beautiful, sexy. And then all of a sudden you hear somebody say, oh, no, what's happened to her face? What's happened to her? Look at her neck. They're like, I can't. I gotta fix this before it gets too.
Oh my.
Yeah. You see a difference?
This is rude.
Yeah. She's like a cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my.
She pulled all that skin back.
Yeah. I think like there's nothing. Our society might just be coming to a place where you can appreciate people aging gracefully or aging, but even in aging, it's like this idea that you have to age gracefully.
Right.
And, like that's not always what it looks like for everyone, or you might not be able to afford the weekly facials and the estheticians and the treatments for like your skin maintenance. So, and you drink water, but you might drink water and exercise, but that's still not necessarily enough depending on your genetics. So then when you especially I think as a Black woman, and if you don't look like you're 30 when you're 50, like that is kind of hard to accept, because we're all like Black don't crack and this and that. So it's kind of like let's give it a little grace and understand that there's a blessing in getting older. And like, while I necessarily will get Botox and those other things, I'm saying that there's beauty in aging and like a blessing in being like your age.
The last headshots we took, this is my first time seeing my face age, because I'm so stuck on, when you see a headshot, you be like, oh, this is how I look. Like the last headshots I took was 2000 or 2001.
Yeah.
And now 2024 comes, I'm like, oh, I'm starting to see that I look different.
Matured.
Right. I've seen a little bit more wrinkles when I smile, because you're so stuck on how you used to look. And then now you live in life still thinking like, this is how I look.
Because you feel the same.
Yeah. Nothing's changed.
Right.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your spirit's the same.
Right.
And you like looking at them. And I think because I get my pictures done pretty much annually, because my best friend is my photographer as well. Does magnificent pictures, by the way. If you don't know that Dion Lack takes excellent pictures, he does.
I receive.
He does.
Okay.
And so I remember when it got to a point where I was like, ooh, not only am I gaining weight, I'm getting older. Like, it's just like, who is this woman? And then so I would be like slow to post stuff, and Dion's like, why haven't you posted this picture? And I'm like, because I'm
Yeah.
I'm dealing with the truth right now.
But the thing is, you're the person who edits it, so you can just easily edit it yourself.
I know. My sister's looking for me. Let me text her.
Was you supposed to be doing something with her?
Yes, we're having a writing session today.
Oh dang, yo, got you, homie.
Yeah, it's cool.
Failed.
Anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, do y'all suffer from getting old, Fresco, LaShonda? Do you see the effects of your age happening in real time? It does suck when you like if any of you guys struggle with your weight. Excuse me. Whew, if any of you guys suffer from your weight, it does suck when you see a younger version of you, and then you like, man, at that time I thought I was fat.
Man, listen.
I thought I was fat. I would love to get back to that size.
Listen.
Yeah.
There's so many stages of that too.
Yeah.
Like, I think the very first recognition I had of that, I thought I was fat starting in middle school because I started modeling and stuff when I was like 11. And, being told that you need to lose weight as a young girl, I mean, that's when we generally start to hear it anyway. And so I remember taking this picture and I wasn't confident and I just thought I was fat. And I look back at that thing when I was like 18. I was like, this little girl thought she was fat. But then thinking like at 18, oh my God, I'm so fat. I got to lose weight. And then going back to those pictures and I was just like, what? And then like, so every iteration I recently looked at and I've been like, currently working out. So I've been journaling and recording a lot of stuff, hopefully to put out soon. But looking at myself at 35 and being like, that's probably when in my adult life, I was the most fit, like between 32 and 35, because I worked consistently to lose weight and get down to a certain size. But I never got to that ideal size. So still thinking I was just, oh my gosh, I was so fat. And then I looked at myself and I was like, not only were you cute, girl, you were like, you had a little shape going on. Look at the legs. Like you just like, you spend so much time wanting to be better and not being where you are and who you are that you don't appreciate what you have. And right now I'd be like, I give you $38,000 to look like that right now.
So specific. What would you rather have? All right. Your size right now quadrupled, right? Much bigger.
Yeah.
So just everything comes with that. But eternally, you're the healthiest.
Okay.
Doctor says you have a great body. The caveat is you have to stay this size for 10 years, right? You can't, I'm just going to do surgery. Or I'm just going to lose weight. You got to stay this size for 10 years. Or be extremely thin with a bunch of loose skin that you used to be, and eczema and like psoriasis all over the skin.
Am I healthy?
Your body right now. I'm not saying you're not healthy, but it's like your body right now. So if you can say yourself healthy, like all your issues you have in your body, blood, all that stuff, it's all the same right now. But like your body looks great, but you got a bunch of loose skin. You pretty much got to like it's just loose, and it's like not lesions, but like spots, and it's like.
But I can't do like surgery.
You can't do. You got to keep the same body for 10 years.
So either case, I got to keep the same body.
You got to keep the same body.
You're not giving me much to work with, my guy.
Because people will say, "I'll take this and just fix it."
Yeah,
people always say, "I just
fix it." Like I was like, even one I feel like is fixable, but to be like, and you have like eczema, which cool, psoriasis. I don't know what that is, so that just sounds a little bit more painful than the eczema. And the loose skin, so I can't even wear a bathing suit like that.
You can. They're just gonna see it. People will see it.
But the struggle it is to lose weight, I know it's a struggle, so I might still go with the leaner. But I'm like, but you said I'm healthy.
You're healthy.
Do my joints hurt?
No, you just healthy.
I'm healthy, but 4 times bigger.
Just huge. You know your weight, just quadruple that. So, you know, you might probably get some brand deals of being a plus size model. But at the same time,
is my weight gonna fall in the right places? Because here's my issue. Here's my issue, because you brought up plus size models. Plus size models be like curvy in all the right places.
Right places, yeah.
Snatched bellies, huge hips,
big breasts, big body.
Yeah, and it don't work that way for me. It's the complete opposite for me, and I just be like, yo. So if you were like the weight falls to your booty, you are shaped just right, I might consider the quadruple size just to know what that's like.
Just to it's like, oh, so that's what I feel like when I sit down. This is how I'm sitting up. This is why my posture so bad.
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
That's so funny.
Oh gosh.
What's funny is who uses their BBL for evil? As in, like, I want you to take the fat out of my stomach, put it in my ankles. I want cankles.
I want cankles.
Like, what? People don't usually get that.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just put it right here in my.
Put it in my.
I need that double. I need that double action. Triple if you can.
Yeah, shake that thing.
Put it right there.
Yeah.
Just. You said use it for evil.
Use it for evil. like
somebody. It has to be like. It would have to be somebody who is sick of the attention and people not appreciate it, like only putting their value on her looks. That she's just like, you know what? I'm gonna show them all. Like, I am an intelligent woman, and you will not base my worth on my looks. This sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you just get prosthetics?
You feel like point. Like, why? It's like, hey, instead of putting it in my butt, put it right up under my titties as a man. Up under. I want that mother to sit up.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Wicked
that's
work.
A movie.
Wicked.
That is such a movie. So, Dion, and if y'all talked about
you still got Helen Hunt up. You're wild.
Let me put that down. I'm gonna show him, Dr. Truth, that I don't want this. This is what I don't want.
And she got the money to fix it, but she's like, I messed up.
I love the movie Cats. I want to look like that. You and Chaz might have talked about this, so I apologize if y'all did. But have you watched part of the debate, right?
Yes.
The presidential debate. It's whenever it was. It's relevant because presidential elections are coming up. And I really didn't want to have to talk about the presidential elections this year. But it seems like I'm going to have to. Okay.
You have a lot of thoughts on this, and I'm surprised your timeline's not going crazy on this.
Because I've been trying to chill. Like, I really was like,
there's no need to chill, yo.
I've been like, hey, Twills, like, America's going to do what it do, so don't raise your blood pressure for that. But now I'm like, okay, America's going to do what it do, but like, if we can like slow it down, it'll be helpful, right? And so like, Biden and Trump, we got 2 old white men running for office. Neither one of them are currently fit to go into that role. But this is where we are. And it's people, I know, so I had this thought. This is why it's coming to me. So I had this thought about how like a lot of young people are just like, I'm just not going to vote. I don't see the point in voting. This is not a new school of thought, but especially this time where like, it just seems like both the candidates are trash, right? And then we see that the Supreme Court is passing laws or passing rulings that can be pretty detrimental to our country and to like rights. You got presidential overstep, like pretty much the Supreme Court, if you're not aware, was like a president cannot be tried for their actions in an official capacity, which is a terrifying thought. And then you have like, of course, we had Roe v. Wade overturned, just all these rulings, right? And then you start to understand why it is important to have the right president in place, because the president makes these appoints the people in the Supreme Court, right? then you have like this underlying conversation that's just now coming to the surface, which is like about Project 2025. And if you're not familiar, it's just like a policy that ultra conservatives, starting with the Heritage Foundation, wants to put in place so that they can fast track an agenda to get their school of thoughts, their beliefs across the board done. And it might seem harmless, but until you really start reading like all the things that they're trying to do your research. I thought it was fake, and then I had to look it up myself, and I said, "Oh, these folks are for real." Anyway, we're here with these two old presidents, and we have all these young people saying, "What's the point in voting? It just doesn't make sense." And I really got sad about that thought because you think about like the most change that's ever impacted or affected a country has all been done by young people.
Mm-hmm.
Like we think about the civil rights movements. Those people were 20s, teens and 20s. You think about um, the protests against Vietnam. You think about even recently with the protests with George Floyd, like it's like a lot of young people who are able to protest. Even recently, when it comes to wherever you feel about it, either way you fall on the Israeli-Palestinian issue, like that has been young people leading that forefront, and that's one because they can afford to lose stuff. We get to an established spot, and you're like, I'm afraid to speak because I might lose my job and I need this money. But even the founding fathers, like if you look at their ages, they're like between 18 and no older than like 36. Like that's the ages of the founding fathers. So it's like, hey, young people, like if you're really unhappy and you're really disinterested in what's going on in our government, you really, really, really do have the voice. And I don't know how to like activate that portal. Like I think Gen Z is going to be good because Gen Z has something to say and they say what they mean. But I also feel like, hey, inaction is not what's going to get stuff. You know, by not voting, you're helping perpetuate a system that's going to work against you and that's going to make you have to fight harder. So like, how do you activate like that young base and be like, get to it, young people, this is your turn. And I think about this because I think me and Kaylee had this conversation about like why kids are disinterested and not recognizing that they actually have the power to do so. Let's see. Fresco Black says the Electoral College gave me all the reason I need not to vote. How is somebody else voting for my vote that's already a vote? And that's stuff that we can actually argue against. Like that's something we can fight against. Like the Electoral College should not be a thing that was in place to make sure that certain people's votes did not matter. And for me personally, and I think this has been stated and Phil, the way you say it, like, yeah, we have an Electoral College, but if our votes really weren't that important, then when our forefathers were out there trying to get the vote, they wouldn't have been hosing us down and trying to kill us and do all the stuff at the ballot box that they were doing to keep our vote from mattering. Like if we show up in the amount of droves, our vote really does do something. We've seen it go wrong. We've seen it, you know, like, and that's why they also do a lot to like change districts. There's a lot of gerrymandering so they can like scoop us out and not put our votes in certain regions. Like it's a whole the system is evil. It works, but
what is your suggestion
for the kiddies?
Your thought.
My thought.
This is your thought.
Well, that was like ultimately my question. Like, how do we activate the young base? We've seen things like back in our day, which was like rock the vote, and like you had the MTV people, and they were getting people registered to vote. And hey, young people, your vote really matters. And I think that the people that we're seeing say that now are the same people that were saying it when we were young. I don't see any necessarily new blood. Like even like Cardi was big last electoral season. Like, hey, these are the reasons we need to vote. And now she's also like, I don't know. I don't know that this thing works for us. So people are jaded. And I think it's almost like education, but in those, you're not going to get that education in school because we see like they don't want anybody to know stuff that's revolutionary. Like you're not going to say all these movements were led by kids. So I think part of it is adults talking to the youth, like talking to your daughters and saying, hey, I really need to know how much power you have, like how much change that you can affect, and having those real conversations. Um, we're not going to church in numbers like that, so it's not coming from our church base. Uh, social media, but like the presidential social media is cringe, and it's like, so it really is like, I don't know. You have to look to young leaders to kind of guide that way, and I'm not sure.
Right now, you're just pointing out an issue, but you don't have
Right.
any suggestions.
I don't. That's my question. That's a
I don't
genuine
know.
question.
I don't know.
How would you have teenagers? How
Right.
would you activate them? This is the question.
You have to make that adjustment. Because right now you're saying you guys are doing something wrong. You guys are like, what, help us. What do you think we should do? I don't know. You guys are young people. That's
well, no, I'm saying I know the answer is for them to get involved, to vote, to organize, to protest.
How would you make
But I'm saying, like,
because they're looking at it as like that's an adult issue. That's y'all's problem, right?
Right.
But it's not.
Right.
It's our problem, right? So
and theirs, because it's going to be left to them.
Right.
They're going to inherit this dusty place.
Right. So what do you suggest? You are the creator of this. What would you suggest? You can't say it's up to them.
Several thoughts just came from that. I'm like, other than getting involved, I don't know what else. How else is the answer? Like, hey, kids, you really need to like learn. Let's gather and learn about like this system and how revolution happens. Let's study other countries where revolution is the norm. Like France will protest, and France will protest dirty. Like that's one thing need to know about French people. They've gone through like 7 or 8 different revolutions, and just show like your actions. I don't know if it's either media and saying like, hey, this was a protest led by young people. They were unhappy with this, and this is what you see. Like if it has to be like quick results, social media videos of saying like over history, this is what young people have done. Like if that's a whole campaign in itself to reach those young people to motivate. But I'm asking you I brought this issue up to ask you or ask people in general, because I don't have kids. I don't talk to kids on the regularly. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, I also feel like there's a gap there. Mm-hmm. So with you having the experience saying, like, I know that they have the power. What to you seems effective in talking to kids? That's part of my question.
It's hard to talk about this situation because a lot of adults are not interested in this as well. Mm-hmm. It's embarrassing because these are adults. These are people that's before us. That's like, it sucks because a lot of the tactics that happen in the 50s and 60s and 70s don't work no more.
Right.
The protesting really don't do anything.
Right.
It's disruptive, sure, but mm-hmm. It's not causing any sort of changes.
Because it has to go beyond protest.
Yes. And the rah-rah's not doing anything. We're such a one-size-fit-all democracy that we just want things to be familiar. Like, there's no reason why Joe Biden should have a second term. There's no reason why Donald Trump should be able to vote. I mean, should be able to run
or vote.
Right. So it's just like it's hard to explain this. It's like this is a terrible situation we're in, and it's like, how can I motivate the kids when I'm upset with this?
Right.
It's like you're trying to convince your abusive drug addict son, hey, my son is the best person for the job, and this is why you should hire him. And it's like, do you see what we saw?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but trust me, it's for the future. He'd be great for the future. Please vote for him. Like, please make him, trust this person. So it's hard to say that. So it's like, because you got to go a different route. You got to figure out the pros and the cons and just stick with the pros and just ignore the cons,
Mm-hmm.
and because they're going to have a bunch of rebuttals of why I'm not voting, why I don't care about this.
Right.
But you have to stick with the pros exclusively, just like any other politician. You gotta know how to pivot.
Right.
So now we gotta pretty much study. You gotta study all the stuff that, and this is the issue when it comes to Democrats. They keep attacking Donald Trump
Mm-hmm.
versus talking about the good they have done for the people. And it's not a great tactic. It's like Donald Trump is like, I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to do this for the people. This doesn't work for the Democrats, and this is how they fail.
Mm-hmm.
The Democrats just keep saying
But Donald
Donald Trump is a
Yeah.
convict. He is the worst.
Yeah. They're not
It's
talking
like
about.
the positive. Just keep focusing on the things that you've done.
Yeah. And you know what? This is the fully revolutionary twills. I be like, if the system don't work, burn it down, right? That's always been my full thought. Like if it was like it's time for a revolution, that's absolutely scary thoughts. Like how does that even look? How does that work? How do we come to an agenda that works for everyone? Yo, I don't know, but I just know something isn't working in the system and it hasn't worked for a very long time. And for those that it has worked for, hasn't it hasn't been people that look like me. Like it hasn't necessarily been for women or for people of color. So I'm like, we live and we operate in a broken system. So also parts of my thought is like, hey, if we don't like it, let's fight against it. And I know that's a scary thought.
Yeah, but it's a minority. It's like a lot of people
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
A lot of people benefit from it, but you can't say we. You
I
got.
don't think it always starts though from a revolution doesn't always it starts with a majority of people being unhappy. But then it's the minority that's willing to do something about it that takes the power and the control.
Yeah, money enters the chat, and then people get quiet.
Right.
And it's like, hey, I don't like it here. To give you an example of this apartment. I don't like this apartment, man. The plumbing sucks. I'm here knocking upstairs. Got roaches. You know, my door doesn't work a lot of the time. My key code don't work a lot of the time. They was like, all right, we'll reduce your rate down to $600 a month. You be like, all right.
Right.
Like money will shut you up.
Right. 100%.
And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
we'll give you guys a grace. We'll give you 6 months for free. But okay, I guess I can settle for that until we figure things out,
Right.
make things right. So you can say I hate this all they want, but then they just shut you up with some sort of money. And then a lot of powerful people will just like, hey, I'll donate some money to your organization.
Right.
Shut up.
Right.
I'm benefiting from this.
Right.
You're not happy, but I'm benefiting for it. I heard I seen a study that said there's no more middle class. It's just the poor and now the rich, because the rich are getting more wealthy.
Yeah.
And they're pushing more people down to a poorer, lower class, and which is terrifying.
And it takes more money to, you can make up to a higher amount of money and still be within that poor class. Yeah. It's terrifying.
Yep. I mean, we can say as a minority and as an inferior group of people,
perceived inferior,
as in like we're not a part of this tax bracket, we're not a part of this class. It's hard to say you guys need to start doing this, you guys need to start doing this, and then once your life changes and now you're part of that class,
yeah,
and you start to see the benefits of why you get certain tax breaks and how you can kind of beat the system and how you can kind of like pretty much take advantage of the poor. And it's like, who do we need to talk to? So we got to just vote for blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Make sure you vote yes on code
remeasure whatever,
right?
whatever.
And it's like this is how it happens, man. Money will change a lot of people's perspectives, man.
Yeah.
And
that's a tale as old as time, though. Like,
right.
that's always been the case. Revolution has always been scary. It's never been easy. Money has always been the thing that motivates people, changes people, get people to turn on their other people. Like, it's not necessarily like, and obviously I'm not leading the movement because I'm not here to do it. I'm like, it's just easier to save my money, follow the tax deduction codes of the rich so I can at least keep some of my money. Or and then or say like it's also a privilege to be like, or I'm gonna move to another country. Like that for sure is another privilege that you have, that people, to just say that's the easier option. And I'm not, like, it's just, I don't know. I just look and see where we are as a country. As sometimes it feels like the writing's on the wall. And the truth of the matter is, like, there's voting on the local level, there's voting on the state level that doesn't necessarily involve the electorate, that does goes more so into a popular vote. There's certain and that impacts your everyday life. So those are levels that you can move on there. But it is, I get it. Like, that's part of the reason why I haven't been as vocal, because I'm like, I get it. I'm jaded. It's hard. Like, I'm like, we knew good and gosh darn well for a very long time that Joe Biden wasn't up for a second term, and nobody said, let's look for a good replacement. Or, like, people don't like the VP that much, but like, she's a fully capable individual who can actually fulfill a term and do something, like, so it's just like, we're here and it sucks. Nobody wants to be here and it's tiring.
Yeah, I think you have a strong opinion, because every time we do a podcast, you always bring this up. I can't say always. A lot of the times you bring this up, and I really wish you will kind of muster up the courage to put this on Instagram. I wish you would have some sort of issue and solution, resolution.
And that's the thing. I don't have a resolution.
At least ask the people.
I can flag, and I see the issues. I see the writing. I read. It's just like one of those frustrating situations. So like when somebody says like, I don't vote, or I'm not going to vote, I'm like, I fully understand your reasoning for not voting. And it's hard for me. And if you've made up your mind because you feel like your vote doesn't count, like, that's the thing I think I'm learning recently. When people have made up their mind, there's not going to be too much that I can say that changes their mind. I'll keep talking, but I also know, like, that point of view is also valid. Like, I'm not saying my way is the right way. I'm saying, hey, we're running. There's a train coming at us, and we were on the track for collision. We either got to, like, call that train to stop, or we just got to get off path. Like, we got to do something. Like, inaction.
That's what they're doing. They're getting off the path. They're not voting.
No, I feel like they're just not doing anything, because that train is going to hit them. If you don't vote, the system impacts you. Right. So you're not getting off the path. You're just letting the train come hit you.
I think with your analogy is, you're on this track. We're on this ride together. Either we have to slow down and go a different direction,
right?
Or tell the other party to slow down, stop, because we're colliding. Right. We're two parties about to collide.
Right.
So, but it's not like you're on an island. You are on this track as well. So it's like, either we have to go with the flow with the other train, stop, and then go this direction so we don't kill ourselves, or we got to be like, hey, stop, and we got to, like, where are we going to meet together to go somewhere else?
Right.
But yeah, I'm
finna hop off the train, go to another country, and deal with their issues in the other country, because every country got issues.
And you're gonna allow the racist white folks to win. Go back to Africa.
Alrighty, bye.
Yeah.
My parents called me, because most people know my parents are moving to Ghana to enjoy the retired life. And I told my parents, like, I think I'm interested in at least buying and investing some land there. I told my mom the other day, you know, it could be like LTE.3. We're going to have a podcast studio or whatever in Ghana, you know, additional income. But at the same time, like, so having that conversation, my mom called and she was like, yeah, so there's some farmland that's going for like 500 an acre. I said, an acre? An acre? Where is this farm? Because my thing is also, if I'm buying land somewhere in a country I don't know, I want to be really close to my parents. That's my thing. And my mom was like, I have to, when we get there, we'll look at it. She was like, it might be an hour and a half. And I was like, that's too far. I'm not trying to be a full hour and a half away from y'all. But like the idea that you could like buy land for $500 that you can develop or something like that, it's just like, it's not a bad idea to invest in someplace else, even just to diversify your funds. If you have no intentions of moving somewhere else, I was just like, that sounds like a deal. A full acre. Just to hang.
All right.
Yep. Any other thoughts that you have today? I have lots of other thoughts.
I see. I don't know why you're not making these clips. These are great clips for your Instagram right now, because you have strong thoughts that I'm just like, man, those are great thoughts, Twills. I have nothing.
Well, when you see, because you shared with me the thing with Taraji talking about Project 2025 and how the dude broke it down. What were your thoughts? Did you have any thoughts around that?
I sent it to you for you to give me to break it down for me. I was like, hopefully Twilla can have this discussion. I didn't understand that.
I thought you were like, but I was like, yeah, exactly.
Nope. I had nothing. I was like, maybe when we see each other, we can have this discussion. That's what I'm saying, yo.
Well, yeah, we can have that discussion. We'll have that. That's hilarious.
I
thought you were saying to me for a conversation.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Twilla's brain is incredible. And she sits on gold. She keeps so much valuable information for herself, and it bothers me. If you go to Instagram, I'm her Instagram. She vents to me about all the things that's happening in the world. I'm like, yeah,
I think you're the only person that appreciates it. 100% beyond. You are the only person.
You'll find your tribe.
You and your dad were the only person that appreciated my thoughts.
You'll find your tribe, man. I'm like, I got nothing. Because essentially what you're doing is like exposing people. This is what it's like. Twitter's like, hey, look at this. Flashlight. Oh my God, look at all these issues right here. Look at all these issues. This is a problem. This is a problem. And they be like, what you gonna do about it? Like,
and that's
I just wanted to point it out. I just wanted to point it out.
Right. That is the other thing though, Dion. Like, I'm with everybody else. Like, I'm a person that's like, I see the issue. Hey, conductor, help turn the train around. Help, because I don't know how to drive a train. Help me.
That's your content. I don't know. I don't know
what to do with it.
That's the content. Comment below. Comment below what we should do. People, hey, you should use some raid. Hey, I have an organization that will allow you to do blah blah blah. Come see me. I'm trying to find my tribe too. Hey, maybe we can stump on them. And it's like, oh,
and that's a suggestion. And that's why I'm like, I don't know what to do. How much is this land in Mexico? Let me practice my Spanish. How much is the land in Ghana? Because I see it.
No, you're running. You're like this. He's like, oh, this is a problem. I gotta move. It's like you just signed the lease. Nah, I gotta move.
I see the problem. I don't know what to do. I've been talking about it for a long time. Nobody has given me a good solution. So I guess I'm peacing out.
You're sick. You're a sick person.
No, I am. Who is it in the Bible? What's his name? When he came to get his nephew Lot and was like, you got to go. And these people, Lot was like, but, this is where I'm from. And it's like, this place is about to burn. He had to get up out of there while the other place was burning. So I'm just doing what they did in the Bible.
Sick person. You're holding valuable information.
I'm sharing it here.
No, man.
I'm sharing it here on Baldie Locs.
At least.
What is we doing right now?
At least take this clip, this very crooked camera clip, and post this on Instagram so people can see. I can't use
that part.
What?
Because I was straightening the stuff up on the thing.
Being silly. Obviously, your shoulder is hanging out. I don't know why, and it's more of me.
You are man. You're man spread it across this sofa.
Now what changes?
Now look at this.
Stop it! You blame it on me now. You set the camera up.
I scooted it
your
over.
whole entire shoulder was off.
I made the sofa is central to the sofa.
You set up all this.
The camera is central to the sofa. Dion, you were like this.
That has nothing to do
with everything.
Your entire shoulder was
everything. You know what? You can set it up next time.
I know I can. I usually do.
Lies. Y'all don't let him do this because this was an actual deal that he said that we couldn't do our podcast anymore if I didn't do the work. So for the past year and a half, I've been doing
everything. And complaining every single time. Every time she set up is always something that she has to
He's lying.
Fix. Oh my God, I don't know where's the battery at? Oh my God,
what's on the so lying SD right card? Now.
Well, how do you want the lights right here? I don't know how to fix this. Can you?
I'd be like, Dion be like, hey, before you do this, like, hold on, I got this. Let me set this up. Let me break this down. Don't listen to him. Don't y'all. Right. Y'all, I deal with some stuff. Don't deal with him.
As you say it off camera. As you say it off
Don't deal
mic.
with him. Don't deal with him.
Off my earphone. All right. I do have a top 10 list, but it's on my computer.
Right here?
Yeah.
That we're looking at?
Yeah.
Why would you bring it up?
Huh? I want to give it to you. I want to see if you can answer it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's see if you can guess.
Got you.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Top 10 unhealthiest snacks.
Why are we here?
Top 10 unhealthiest snacks.
Donuts. That's one?
Sure. It's not.
Potato chips.
Okay, that's number one.
Potato chips is number one?
Potato chips number one.
Snacks. Not brands, just snacks in general. Mm-hmm. Like a candy bar, chocolate candy bars.
No.
Huh. Crackers.
Nope. Think about actual brands.
Think about the brands. Doritos.
Yep, Doritos is not on here.
Dang it. M&M's.
Nope.
How am I so bad at this? Arizona sweet tea. Yep.
That is an unhealthy drink.
That's an unhealthy drink, not an unhealthy snack. Okay. All right. I got this. French fries.
Think about things that's cheap. Dollar store. People it's in a lot of people's cabinets. And the thing is, sadly,
it's in my cabinet?
Yep. Sadly, these are things that are I've seen you it's just not a jab. This is things that you eat all the time.
Protein bars? Protein bars?
No. Oh yeah, they are.
Wait, what?
Yes.
What type of protein bars?
Are you trying to look at the list?
No, I'm trying to not be all. I'm trying to still be here.
Okay. All
right. Nutri-Grain bars.
Cliff bars are number 9.
Oh, I don't eat those.
Okay.
Yeah, but okay. Give me the list.
You ready?
Yeah, give me the list.
Number 1, potato chips. Number 2, Oreos.
I love Oreos. I haven't had them in a long time, but
number
I love them.
3, Nutella.
That's rude.
Number 4, Pop-Tarts.
I don't like them joints.
Number 5, Twinkies. Number 6, Cheetos.
I like those.
Number 7, Hot Pockets.
That's not a snack though. Like if you eating a Hot Pocket for a snack, that's a problem anyway. That's a meal.
It's a problem. I don't know why it is a problem. As in why you eating it as a snack.
Right.
Number 8, overall Rickenbacker.
The popcorn, the overall
microwave. Yes, a microwave popcorn.
I could have guessed that.
Yep. 9, Cliff bars.
Mm-hmm.
and 10 gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
Gummies in general.
Gets gummies.
Fruit snacks. The worst.
So because of the whole like Orville, I think I read recently about popcorn just not being, especially microwave popcorn not being great. So recently I just bought a bag of kernels and I was like, I could pop this mess at home by myself and know what's in it. Unfortunately, I haven't opened the thing yet, but my intent is to not do. I haven't done microwave popcorn in a while. So yeah. For those reasons, good list.
There it is.
Who said that?
This is according to New York Post. I'm sorry. This is according to Watch Mojo.
Watch Mojo.
Yeah. There's another one for drinks. Would you want to do drinks or no? I'm gonna save it.
Let's save it because I'm
sad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because I just know sparkling water better not be up there. Because that is my go-to drink. Sparkling water.
Okay. Well,
it's been great with y'all.
Yeah. Fully got to go. Fully got to go.
I'm running late.
Mm-hmm.
I'm late.
All right.
You know what it's from?
I'm late.
Yeah. She's like, I'm late. It's from Music Soul Child's first album. Like it was an interlude. She was like, I'm late. Okay. No, I'm late. I don't know why I remember that. The way she said it.
Wow. That was such a very specific. Yeah, I thought you was in a movie.
Nope. I remember record interludes pretty well. I don't know. Better than I do movies. I don't know. Yeah, why is this camera so crooked?
Hey, yo, Mimi.
Hey, Mimi.
Hold on, man. I got this dog. Hold on, I got this dog. Hey, yo, Mimi.
Hey, Mimi.
Hey, yo, man, come on, chill out, man. Hey, yo, Mimi, you here? Okay, yo, chill out, dog. I got this, bro.
I got a man. I'm gonna love him.
Nope.
It wasn't before that one?
Nope.
Was it after that one?
It was before Love Is Blind.
That's right.
Because he was like, I remember he was like, why don't you got my son out here? I was like, dog, let me dog. You call me a dog. That's it. What? Wait.
Oh, man.
Thank you guys so much for watching an episode of Baldie Locs. I am Dion Lack.
I'm Twilla Amin.
Make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. Tell us your favorite part of this particular podcast. If you have any thoughts on Twilla's stance of nothing.
It's a stance of terror.
Yep.
Twilla's stance of terror. Are we packing up or are we activating the youth? What should we do? Peace out.
Is this on automatic focus?
Yeah. Is that a problem?
Yes and no. Because
no, I took it off. I put it on automatic to get your face, and then took it off. It was
in focus.
It was focused on you, and I took it off.
Okay. Ooh, that was an incredible burp. All right, y'all. Talk to you later.